Okay, we've moved on a few turns since the last video, and there's a few things have happened since then. I've started to initiate an island hopping campaign to take under my control the islands out the outer rim of the Caribbean. The reason for that being that as those islands are in my possession, they can act as a sort of first line defence for any troops coming from Europe to try and stop me from continuing my nefarious affairs here, stealing their colonies from them. At the present moment, there, apart from myself, three other European powers here active. That would be the Spanish. They have pretty well the whole of Central America under their control. And then you have the Dutch. They have here what is now Suriname. At the time it was called Dutch Guiana. And they also have here the islands of Curacao, what the Dutch themselves knew the ABC Islands. And here is also the French having a small number of colonies here as well. You have French Guiana here below Dutch Guiana, and then Martinique on the Windward Islands. And the only other player of any note, though actually there are two of any note here, are the pirates, who have two or three small bases where they can attack shipping as it comes past in and out of the Caribbean here and these trade routes. And the other people that can possibly cause me some trouble are here. Lower Louisiana is a French holding, a French colony that is possible that they will try and come through here and attack me in the rear. So once I've got these islands under my control, my next job will then be to start eating up the Spanish colonies here, or first maybe taking this French colony there first to protect my back from French incursions. It's, having two enemies to fight at the same time is more difficult than one. Now, this is my main military base with a military shipyard, of a naval shipyard, and a military governor's camp where you can recruit troops and ships for the campaign troops. And then the first island I took is Cuba. Landing on Cuba, besieging the capital city here, and defeating any local Spanish troops, and taking under control the island, and also the income from the different plantations and ports that are situated on the island, which then gives me more income and gives the Spanish less income, which is always good for my war effort. I then upgraded the roads and a few other buildings whilst we were settling the civil disorder problems on the island. And once that was taken care of, and my troops had been reinforced and their losses made good, we took to the ships again and moved on to this island. Hispaniola is the name of the island at this point in the history. And the same thing repeats, the same as Cuba. Land, sieges the capital city. Any ships or troops in the port would be also neutralized. The island under control, upgrade roads and plantations, civil order, stability, ensure civil order and stability on the island, and then we're ready for our next attack. And now we're going to have a go at getting rid of this pirate base here, with a military base there and a naval base there. Now I've landed my army on this island, and I'll be laying siege to this building here, this township here, the capital, the pirate capital, and I've placed my fleet in a blockading force in front of the naval dockyard, which they have here. So should they have any ships there or produce any ships in the meantime to get to sea, they will have to first go through my fleet. So that will mean an naval engagement, which is possibly too much for them to do at the moment with their limited numbers. Now, then we shall zoom in down here and then select my army with its general. And his name is Kevin Waddell, by the way, if anybody's interested. It's usually in this game, by the way, the generals all have names of actual generals that were in the armies that are depicted in the game. So if you see anybody's name, then you can usually look them up and find out who and what they were. But what we're going to do now with this army is attack this township. So there we go.
Ready.
And then this is my unit card showing the troops I have. Regiments of foot, 2 regiments of dragoons, which are combination cavalry and light infantry, and then 2 cannon units, and this is the personal bodyguard of the general. And then on this side is the card from the pirates themselves, with a number of ships companies to try and defeat my attacking troops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons at the bottom here. This button is demand surrender. This the first thing you could try to get a near bloodless victory. If you have a large army and the defending force is very small, and you press that button, there is a chance that they will surrender and you will not have to fight. So we'll choose that to try first, but I don't expect it to work. Now, there you go, surrender refused. Move on to the next ones. This is a retreat or a break siege button, depending on whether you're in the field or attacking a settlement. If you press that, then you break off engagement, and then your troops retreat to a random position away from the force you were attacking. This is the auto resolve button. If you press that button, the computer rolls a dice and decides whether you win or lose based on the number of troops you have and the characteristics of the troops, and the dice rolls themselves. You have a larger force than the defending force. Generally, you will beat them unless they have some elite forces with extra powers or experience, etc. But generally speaking, if you have the overwhelming numerical superiority, press that button and you will win without having to fight the battle yourself. Generally speaking, fighting the battle yourself is less costly in terms of troops lost if you do your job right. But if you're trying to juggle an awful lot of different things at the same time and you want to get on with the campaign and not so be troubled too much with the battles, you can do a few auto resolves, which is what I did with the first two islands, by the way. Then next to that is the attack button. That means that it will I will assault the settlement and try to take it by force, or I can lay siege, which means that for the duration of the turn the settlement is under siege. My troops will stay standing there in front of the city with my general waving his sword at them in a rather jingoistic manner. And the troops that are within the city can't leave without first engaging my surrounding troops and initiating a battle. If you look at the card, you will see that the turns until surrender for this settlement is 2, which basically means that for 2 turns, as long as I do not change to an assault stance, the siege will just continue for 2 turns, and then after the second turn, when you press the button to change, then the change turns. The soldiers within the fort will either come out and fight or surrender or rout and run away. And that's for this battle. But what we're going to do, we're going to fight this battle ourselves. So we're going to press the assault button, and then we'll be taken to the battlefield. No, that's not so good. It's raining, but never mind. Don't worry too much about that. We'll just get our troops sorted. Now, let's go over here somewhere. First of all, I'll take a veteran regiment of foot. Just adjust their position slightly using these arrows here. Look, see, they'll wheel into line, and then I've got them facing directly ahead. Then we will pick up first one unit of one battery of cannon. And that's roughly the position I want them in. So then we'll unlimber so they're ready for action. Then we'll pick up the other one and I'll put them here and move them slightly forward. They're a bit too far. It's rather handy, these buttons at the side. You can change the orientation of the troops and move them forwards and backwards. And then we'll unlimber the cannon again. And then we have another unit of foot, which we will place here, moving forward, and then another unit of foot, which we will put on the other side of the cannon, and these guys will be partially hidden by the trees. So if I turn them slightly, and that leaves us then with 2 reserve units, and we'll place this one here behind the cannon, and then let's have a look there, and then this reserve unit we'll place behind this cannon unit. Then we'll pick up our general, place him in a fairly central position here, and then we have our regiments of force. One over there in that stand of trees, and another one over there in that stand of trees. And let's go and see how they're standing. If I orients them. And remember, these troops, they can also dismount and become line troops if necessary, or light skirmishers. Now that's my troop disposition is placed with a reserve force to go to any bad places, and we've got cavalry units hidden in on the flanks. Hopefully they're going to be able to cause some surprises. And then we'll press the end deployment button and let battle commence. And now we have to either wait for the pirates to come to us, or go and encourage them to come to follow my troops and attack. At the moment they're coming out of the town. Let's see what they're doing. The cannon are set to fire at will at the moment, and they're using round shot. So once they come into range, they'll start bombarding the enemy troops. There's fair distance. They can fire out as far. Once they've crossed this red line, they're within range of the cannon with using round shot. As they get closer, we can change to canister shot, which is like you effectively turning the cannons into giant shotguns. And then if we change the shot, then you'll see that the range is shorter, but the damage is more devastating. Now, for now, we'll go back to round shot. Now, we're not seeing very much happen at the moment. No, they're still maneuvering at the moment. We can speed this up a little bit by making this happen, and then let them come forward, hopefully, and we'll send this group of cavalry around this way and try and entice them to come through the trees towards my cannon. And if we press that button, they'll gallop down here. Oh, they are starting to come forward now. They've seen my cavalry maneuvering, I think, which we will now send back to the trees, because soon they should be within cannon range. Yep, just crossing the line. There they come. The first cannon shots are starting to take effect. There won't be very many casualties at this range, because it's just too far away. But once they get closer to within canister shot range, then things will start to heat up. That should be roughly, not quite. This one, I think, possibly will. Yeah. Now, we'll change both to canister shot now. This gives much more devastating damage. Now, that one's already not having much fun. And they're under heavy fire. Move those guys forward. And they'll add their weight of leather and their weight of metal to those troops. Charge. Let's go back to normal speed now, otherwise I won't be able to keep up. And now we're going to flank this last ship's company with the cavalry and hopefully take them behind, and then they'll rout. And now if you look at the map, nearly all of the attacking forces are falling back towards the town. All of these troops are running away at the moment. These ones aren't. They've rallied. Now we're going to regroup our units. Control. We're going to make a unit out of them, and then we're going to choose how we're going to group our troops, and we shall place our troops thus. No. And there we go, we've won. Routed. Let's wait and see what happens at the end now to the result boards and settlement once we take over. It'll probably need repairing and rebuilding. We'll probably be upgrading the roads and things like that. Winning hand. Now, we have lost 200 troops in this battle, and we started with 1040. The pirates lost 1120 troops and started with 1120 troops, which means that they've been totally routed and destroyed. They managed to kill 180 of my troops, which is quite a nice light butcher's bill, as they would say in the time. We would prefer to lose none, but this is not a bad result. Now we'll go to close this.
Prepare for war.
And now you'll see that the settlement is smoking, where the damage caused by our battle with the defending forces, and also the incursion into the town itself. But I suspect that that's not going to be too much now. That we can acknowledge. Now we shall go here, and you see here these buttons that will repair the town, and we take 750 military units to do that. Then we will go here to the individual unit cards for the different regiments, and then we'll have their losses made good. And we do that by pressing this button, and then they will receive reinforcements over time, over a turn or two. Now this one's still up to full strength. This one, this one. Those are okay, those are okay. And you will see that you will have chevrons appearing next to the troops that have been involved in the battle, and that is their veterancy based on the units lost and killed, and how many engagements they've been involved in. The only thing I'm rather surprised of actually is that my general didn't get any upgrades for his courage and how shall we say, his performance. Now there's only one more thing to do. There's an enemy ship here, and we would like that ship out of that port so my navy can attack it. So we shall raise the blockade.
Ready and
then
waiting.
Go here, pick up a unit of force, and as no, we can't do that just yet because
Can't do that, General.
we have to go a turn further, I think. Now we'll blockade the port again, because if I can send a military unit into the port, then the ship will be ejected, and then I can attack it. But let's see what else we can do with this settlement. The roads can't be raised anymore. Do we need to first go to a technology upgrade, which my scholars will at some point be doing for me, and then we shall leave that as it is then, I should think. Here we can do nothing with this at the moment. It's not damaged at the moment or anything. This can't be upgraded. I don't know, there's not anything else to do. Now we're going to go then first here. I suspect, yeah, there it is. This school can be upgraded. And then if you remember, we've got 2 in Britain. And we're going to upgrade both of those if necessary possible. We don't have enough money for that one. And we don't have enough money for that one. Then we're going to have to wait a turn or 2 to do the rest. But if we can do that, then that will improve and speed up the research. Now we'll hit the turn button because we've not got an awful lot of money left. What's income is going to be 4,800. That's a reasonable amount of money to be picking up at this stage. We'll hit the turn button and see what results come out of that, and then we'll be logging off again. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. The Iroquois sue for peace. Well, we'll let them have that one. And then once that's happened, that's one less thing to worry about. Let's wait for the rest to cycle through. Yeah. Now we've received a new building in Hispaniola. So another increase in income. Then we have peace treaty with the Iroquois, which we've already covered. And then a new port emerges, which is Churchill Northwest Territories. Ah, that's here. Have we got enough money for that? Yes. What should we do with that? I think we'll make that a fishing port. We do need food for the masses as well. So that will become a fishing port later, and we'll be able to upgrade it. We can upgrade this building, and we shall go there with that. And then that one is at full development for us. This one as well. This one as well. This one as well. Anyway, this one also. This one. This one can be upgraded. And then I think that's about all we can do. Nothing in Scotland now. And nothing in Britain. Now we'll leave it at that then, and then save the game.